Good morning, good morning. Quick video. There's a story I heard years ago. Two men had two businesses, right? And they were competitors. So God went to one of the men and said, I'm going to, bless you. I'm going to, I'm going to give you one wish, right? But whatever you ask for, I'm going to do twice as much to your competitor. And the man responded, destroy half of my business. Okay? And for those of you who don't get it, if you destroy half my business and you do twice as much to my competitor, then your business is destroyed completely. Okay? So instead of asking for a blessing from God, right, which would his competitor would get twice as much blessing, didn't want that. He'd rather lose and see his competitor destroyed. Right? I say this to say this. The enemies of Donald Trump think that they are destroying Trump, but they are in fact destroying the office of the President of the United States. They have done irreparable harm to the office. Okay? In wide open view of the whole world, they have destroyed the office of the presidency. Okay? From Twitter, Facebook, the left, BLM, Antifa, the Democrats, all the enemies, even his Republican associates, is people in his quote unquote his own party. Remember Mike Pence standing there while the Chuck Schumer's, when we're doing the electoral vote count, while the Chuck Schumer's talk about the people storming the riot, storming the Capitol building, talk about them as if it's the end of the world, right? These people are coming to the Capitol building unarmed, storm the building, and that's the end of the world. Okay? And Schumer and others stood there and berated the President of the United States, talking about insurrection, and talking about impeaching him again, and talking about Pence should use the 25th Amendment to remove him from office. And they don't stop. They just keep going and going and going and going. Right? And they're thinking, yes, we're getting him. Right? But the whole world is watching. And they don't realize that, if in fact their man get inside the office, the world will no longer respect the office of the presidency. Because let me tell you what the world is saying. Those of you who are rejoicing and high-fiving and thinking that you're winning, right? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't battle. You should do battle. I'm saying if you have a side, you want to see your side win, right? But how do you win, right? How do you win? Remember, you're fighting for the same office, so you can't destroy the office to get the office. Right? It's short-sightedness. The whole world is seeing. The whole world is saying to themselves, right? I'm telling you what the whole world is saying. They're saying to themselves, what kind of office is that where a company that is under my power, which is Twitter, example, Twitter, you know, can ban the leader of the country. The president is the leader of the whole nation. You understand? What kind of country is that where, people can make RPG of the president and cut the head off and make it look bloody and disrespect the president openly on TV, cut the president speaking, cut the president's speech off, and a reporter just in a regular 9 to 5 just cut the president off and just what kind of leader is that? That leader is weak. If the leader is weak, yeah, that country is weak. That country can be, divided. That position is not that powerful. Okay? It's not that powerful. That's what they're thinking. And I made a video before about, respecting those in authority. This is one of the reasons why we have to respect those in authority. We don't respect them because, we agree with them. We respect them because it maintains order. Yeah, it does. Okay, if the people who have disrespected the President of the United States of America, forget Trump. People who have disrespected the office of the President of the USA, they have done far more damage than the people that stormed the Capitol. Far more damage. Alright? Talking about airing your dirty laundry. Talking about, these people are just out in the open, right? Just on the president's back, like he has, according to them, he has 13, 11 days left in office, 10 days left in office, and they're talking about impeaching. They're talking about removing forcefully. They don't stop, and I'm telling you, reap what you sow, right? It's clearly, anybody in common sense, no, it's just vengeance now. It's personal now, right? So they have done far more damage to the office of the President of the United States of America with all they've done for the past 4 years, all the groups undermining the office because they don't like the president. Yeah, so if their man does take over, I'm telling you, the office will never be looked at the same across the world. Because I'm telling you, Putin, can you imagine Putin of Russia being treated this way by his people? Can you imagine? What about the Chinese, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party? What about their leader? No, these are superpowers, Okay, nukes, they got nuclear bombs, okay? Large economies that affect the world. Can you imagine that? Iran, the leader of Iran, okay? The enemies of the US, think about them. Of course, there are a few countries who, who don't like US that, I can imagine that happening to them, but, But these countries I mentioned, North Korea, for example, they actively hate the U.S. And I'm telling you, they see weakness. They don't see people just simply having a disagreement with their leader. They see a crazy, a weakened, insane situation where they're like, they can do that to their leader. Probably drafting a plan right now to infiltrate America. So anyway, that's all I want to say quickly this morning. And yes, of course, yeah, I do like Trump. You know what I'm saying? And for the very reason why they hate him, left and right, Republicans and Democrats, because nobody is really standing up for him. Nobody really. If they are, they're not speaking very loudly. That's why I like him, because he's not a politician. I don't like politicians. I don't vote. I'll never, ever vote for a politician. Okay? That's a whole different ball game. These people, they don't like Trump because he's not one of them, right? So they're gonna destroy him, and the plan is to destroy him to get back their status. Anyway, Jesus Christ is Lord, don't you know?